This architectural model rotating in front of us contains thousands of individual, undocumented components. A single commercial high-rise holds over 10,000 distinct physical assets, and every single one needs an exact identifier. Documenting these components requires numbering every door and window by hand. An architect clicks a door, types a sequence, clicks the next door, and types another sequence. Doing this for hundreds of elements consumes days of billable hours. This creates a heavy administrative burden across the project lifecycle. Chinese design institutes require strict sequential numbering based on floors and rooms. BIM managers need consistent, error-free identifiers across multiple massive files, and on-site construction teams rely on those specific numbers to know where to install a frame. To solve this bottleneck, we use a dedicated plugin called Revit Element Numbering. This tool automates the entire identification process. Before we begin deployment, you need to verify your environment. Check that you are running a supported version of Revit, anywhere from 2019 to 2026. Download the plugin files and ensure your Revit application is completely closed. Relying on humans to manually type hundreds of sequential numbers guarantees typos and skipped digits. Automating this step eliminates those human errors and protects the integrity of your construction schedules. Deploying this tool requires us to bypass standard executable installers. Instead, we're going to place the necessary files directly into Revit's hidden system architecture. You will need the two critical payload files you downloaded, the add-in manifest file, which ends in .addin, and the plugin assembly file, which ends in .dll. Open Windows File Explorer. Click the address bar and type the hidden system variable, %appdata%. Hit Enter. From there, navigate through this exact sequence: Autodesk, then Revit, then Addins. Finally, open the folder matching your specific Revit year. Paste your two payload files right into this folder. If Revit is open, the system won't recognize the new assembly. You must restart the application. Launch Revit and open your active project file. Look up at the top ribbon and navigate directly to the Addins tab. Inside that tab, you will find a newly generated panel labeled Element Tools. Click the button marked Element Numbering to launch the tool. The plugin includes built-in localization. Click the switch in the upper corner to toggle the interface between English and Chinese to match your team's language. Placing the files manually into the hidden Addins directory ensures that the plugin is now a universally available utility. It will load automatically for all future projects opened on this workstation. The plugin interface is divided into two distinct sections. The left side acts as your logic and configuration engine. The right side is your visual verification zone. Step 1 is isolating your targets. Use the checkboxes on the left to activate processing for doors, windows, or select both simultaneously. Next, we establish our numbering framework. You have multiple formatting options to ensure your data outputs match local drafting standards. This schematic demonstrates the rule options. Rule 1 detects the hosting floor, appending a counter, 1F-001. Rule 2 anchors to a specific room identity, 101-001. Rule 3 is a pure numerical sequence, 001. Rule 4 weaves floor, element type, and sequence, 1F-D-001. Once you select your rule, you must map the parameter. This step dictates exactly where your new sequence will be injected into the Revit model. You can write the data to the mark parameter, which uniquely identifies a single physical door. Alternatively, you can write to the type mark parameter, which applies that identifier globally to every door of that model family. Strictly defining your target elements, sequence rules, and destination parameters up front prevents incorrect data from cascading across your architectural model. Shift your attention to the right side of the interface. This is the verification zone. The plugin has calculated your numbering logic, but holds the results in suspension. Hover over the edge of the plugin window. Click and drag to expand it. You need a clear view of the entire data table to check for anomalies. This data table graphic highlights your ultimate failsafe. Compare the current number column against the new number column. You can verify exactly how the tags will change before committing the action. At this exact moment, your live Revit database remains completely untouched. 0 changes have been permanently written. Review the projected logic. Once the sequence perfectly matches your expectations, strike the Apply button to commit the data. Return to your live floor plan. Hundreds of scattered, outdated tags have instantly updated to reflect your new, rigorous naming convention. Open your project schedules. The data is organized, sequential, and ready for construction documentation. If you encounter issues during deployment or require advanced troubleshooting, navigate to github.com/byteleap/Revit Element Numbering to access the developer's repository. Automating this framework secures absolute data accuracy across your project. It removes the friction of manual entry, leaving your team free to focus on actual design.